Hey guys, Salted Love International Ministries here for, or Slim for short. We're still in our Salted Word series. I'm very much enjoying it, and I hope you are too. We're doing Salted Samuel, and we are on part 5, and we're in chapter 5. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good this time. I know Salted Mark got kind of jumbled up a little bit there, especially I was saying the wrong parts and all that jazz. So, but we learn from experience and we keep it moving, and again, we're in part 5 of First Samuel. Chapter 5 of First Samuel, and we're going to be starting from verse 8. And it says, "So they sent word and gathered all the governors of the Philistines to them and said, 'What shall we do with the ark of the God of Israel?' And they said, 'Have the ark of God of Israel brought to Gath.' So they took the ark of the God of Israel away. After they had taken it away, the hand of the Lord was against the city, creating a very great panic. And he struck the people of the city, from the young to the old, so that tumors broke out on them. So they sent the ark of God to Ekron. And as the ark of God came to Ekron, the Ekronites cried out, saying, 'They have brought us the ark of God of Israel to us to kill us and our people.'" It's like one of those things. It's everywhere it goes. It's just like God's like, "All right, now it's your turn to get some of this." Pow, 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 pow. He's just beating everybody up. See how it is though? He doesn't need the Israelites. They went up to battle. That's how they lost it in the first place, because they took the ark into battle. If he wanted to strike these people, he'd strike them. If he wanted to smite them, he'd smite them. He don't gotta do all that. But again, people doing stuff on their own, not consulting him. Okay, therefore they sent word and gathered all the governors of the Philistines and said, "Send away the ark of God of Israel, and let it return to its own place, so that it will not kill us and our people." For there was a deadly panic throughout the city, and the hand of God was very heavy there. And the people who did not die were struck with tumors, and the outcry of the city went up to heaven. Chapter 6. Now the ark of the Lord had been in the territory of the Philistines for 7 months. And the Philistines called for the priests and the diviners, saying, "What are we to do with the ark of the Lord? Tell us how we may send it to its place." And they said, "If you are going to send the ark of the God of Israel away, do not send it empty, but you shall certainly return to him a guilt offering. Then you will be healed, and it will be revealed to you why his hand does not leave you." See this? They goofed when they took the ark. Probably all proud. They put it in the house of their God as spoil war, but then God struck them. So now not only do they got to send it back, not only are there people dying and suffering, but now they even got to give an offering to God. Come on, that's glory, man. Then they said, "What is to be the guilt offering that we shall return to him?" And they said, 5 gold tumors and 5 mice, corresponding to the number of governors of the Philistines, since one plague was on all of you and on your governors. So you shall make likeness of your tumors and likeness of your mice that are ruining the land, and you shall give glory to the God of Israel. Perhaps he will lighten his hand from your gods, and from you, your gods, and your land. Why then do you harden your hearts as the Egyptian and Pharaoh hardened their hearts? When he had severely dealt with them, did they not let the people go, and they left? Now then, take and prepare a new cart and 2 milk cows on which there has never been a yoke, and hitch the cows to the cart, and take their calves back home, away from them. Then take the ark of the Lord and place it on the cart, and put the articles of gold which you return to him as a guilt offering in a saddlebag by its side. Then send it away that it may go. But watch, if it goes up the way of its own territory to Beth Shemesh, then he has done this great evil to us. But if not, then we will know that it was not his hand that struck us. It happened to us by chance. What do y'all think happened? Like, come on. These people, oh, you see, but I love how God confirms. He's like, all right, y'all want to know that it was me? Y'all want to know that I'm real? Y'all want to know that I was against you? Check this out. Then the men did so, They took 2 milk cows and hitched them to the cart and shut in their calves at home. See, because the cow's nature would be to go back to their babies. But God don't do that. God is in everything. And they put the ark of the Lord on the cart and the saddlebag with the gold mice in the likeness of their tumors. Now the cows went straight in the direction of Beth Shemesh. They went on the same road, bellowing as they went, and did not turn off to the right or to the left. And the governors of the Philistines followed them to the border of Beth Shemesh. Now the people of Beth Shemesh were gathering in their wheat harvest in the valley, and they raised their eyes and saw the ark and rejoiced at seeing it. And the ark came into the field of Joshua the Bethshemite, and stopped there where there was a large stone. And they split the wood of the cart and offered the cows as a burnt offering to the Lord. And the Levites took down the ark of the Lord and the saddlebag that was with it, in which were the articles of gold, and put them on the large stone. And the men of Beth Shemesh offered burnt offerings and sacrificed sacrifices that day to the Lord. So obviously, God confirmed to them, yes, it was me smacking you up, you silly Benellis. And of course, it had to be the Levites, because the Levites were the priests, and they were the only ones allowed to deal with the ark. Okay. When the 5 governors of the Philistines saw it, they returned to Ekron that day. Now these are the gold tumors which the Philistines returned as a guilt offering to the Lord. 1 for Ashdod, 1 for Gaza, 1 for Ashkelon, 1 for Gath, and 1 for Ekron. And the gold mice corresponded to the numbers of all the cities of the Philistines belonging to the 5 governors, both of the fortified cities and of country villages. The large stone on which they placed the ark of the Lord is a witness to this day in the field of Joshua the Bethshemite. Now he fatally struck some of the men of Beth Shemesh because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. Silly Beno. Y'all ever seen what is it, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think it was? These people did the same thing. They looked into the ark. He struck 50,070 men among the people, and the people mourned because the Lord had struck the people with a great slaughter. And the men of Beth Shemesh said, who is able to stand before the Lord, this holy God? And to whom will he go up from him? And to whom will he go up from us? So they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kiriath Jearim, saying, the Philistines have brought back the ark of the Lord. Come down and take it up to yourselves. We don't want to hear it. It's killing us. But again, just leave it alone. He said only the Levites are allowed to handle it. Nobody's supposed to look in it. Why these people don't listen to God and follow his commands is just beyond me. Y'all already messed up. You guys already lost the ark. By his good grace, he brought it back to you. And still, you want to disrespect it. And he strikes them. He kills them, I'll tell you. God of the Old Testament didn't play around, not with the Israelites. These were meant to be the holy people. Out of all the nations of the earth, he created a whole nation for himself, a whole peoples for himself, to be holy and set apart. Gave them the law, and he dealt harshly with them. I mean, he was very good to them, but he was a very strict father, just to put it that way. So anywho's, that is Salted Samuel. That was chapter 6. We're down to chapter 7. I'm going to call it there for today. Hope y'all have a very great day. I hope everybody is able to make it to church tomorrow. I got to go wake up my wife because she's had too long of a nap. That's love. Put salt on that love. Put salt on that word. And please, read your Bibles for yourselves. Pick a good one, though. I'll tell you. There's so many, this whole KJV only movement, I have no idea. It's the silliest thing to me. If you're one of those people, I'm sorry, but you're silly. It just doesn't make sense to me. It was translated however many years ago. It's not the only translation. If you really read the Bible, it's like if I took a dictionary from the 60s and I take a dictionary from 2020. Words are the same, they just are said differently, if that makes sense. Like it's the same. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, get my point. Get a good Bible. Just get a good one. Worry about yourself.